It's TMNT time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Super7 Ultimates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Surfin. Mike, it's not only an awesome song and an awesome level from the game Turtles in Time, but no, way before any of that, we got Michelangelo in the surfer outfit. And it's a common thing that the Turtles figures always got like different outfits, but this was the first time. This was the first time actually Playmates attempted this, because I think this was only wave 2 or even 3, where every turtle got their own design, kind of trying to fit their personality. Some more, some less. We got like Sewer, Samurai Leonardo, and the like Space Cadet Raph, which I was like, I don't know. But the surfing gimmick, of course, for Michelangelo fits like a glove. He was already deep into the surfer lingo with cowabunga, bodacious, radical dude. So let's get into the figure. So size-wise, this kind of goes right in with the original Super7 Turtles, obviously. So this guy stands at about a little shy of 15 centimeters to the top of his head, which means we are going up to 5.9 inch tall. Size comparisons. Here's Jalter, the SH Figure Arts Son Goku, Nendoroid Minato Aqua, Naka Michelangelo, the original Playmates toy, Super7 Leonardo, the Thieving Cat Scratch, the Shredder, Premier Pilot Ace Duck, the Monster Slash, and Darkseid. So let's have a look side by side at the original and the new mold, the new breed. Obviously you got sunglasses on the old one, but you get that as accessory on this one. You just get the regular turtle hats. We have a different one. And it has a bunch of sharks. They also changed the colors because they have a light green on the shoulders on the old one, but they just made it yellow. Also you have the sharks, which have a lot more detail and actually painted. It seems like they still have the same kind of mold and still have like this weird smile on this one. And this one just kind of hanging out. All of the elbow pad, also the watch, is present on both, but only painted on the newer one. And we still have the official turtle brand, which is actually quite funny. But the shells kind of on his outfit are sprinkled around very much differently than from the newer one. Also, I have my belt the wrong way. I almost thought, yeah, I have the belt completely messed up. Anyway, I just noticed that. Alright, I just got the belt. The belt's wrong. Why do I make it like that? Well, now I broke it up. Anyway, then we got the paddles on there with the octopus. Same with the paint, they made it yellow when it was green. And I actually added some more paint to the paddles. If you even call it that. What do you call that? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, this is the new face sculpt. We have like a more classic look on it. And I adore these kind of exaggerated, super happy... What is this? I just got interrupted by like... What is this? Why does it look like somebody tried to bite off his tongue? But... Okay, I kind of lost my train of thought when I saw that, but still. I love the expression. I love the super happy-go-lucky attitude for Mikey. Obviously that fits. And the paint on here is good for the most part. There's like tiny slips like, oh well, there's a little bit of white in the orange, but okay, that's not an issue. And I really love what they did with the seaweed. As you can tell, there's like a darker green, but there's also some white over there. Unfortunately, it looks kind of random because like at some part there's like a big splat of paint over there, and there's like very little on the lower halves. But still, I think it looks good in general. It really makes it pop. And then you have the seashells all over, and the zipper very cleanly painted in a nice silver. Got the big shell under there with a starfish orange, which just kind of hangs on to everything. And that's really... This brings me back. This brings me back to these exaggerated, crazy, and super colorful designs we had in the early 90s and the late 80s. And that's one of the things why the old Playmates lineup really stands out oh so well, especially as a child. Obviously you gravitate a lot more towards this super colorful stuff. And with a lot of wonky things, like small sharks, like baby I'm sorry. Forget I said that. Forget I didn't say that. Anyway, you have a crab. You have two crabs, one on this one and one on the fly over here. And then the seashells also are very nicely molded and painted on there. And there's another kind of curl-up shark in the belt, which is just, the entire belt is not painted, except for the M for the Mikey, but that's kind of like we're going back to the inconsistencies of this line, which I don't know, because sometimes they paint belts and sometimes they don't. And we have an eel sticking onto the leg, down to the knee pads, which also look very plain, but again, that's accurate to the original. There's also the octopus, which even has like some blue on the suction cups, but unfortunately, yeah, the octopus, it's a very small detail, but bruh, the paint kind of goes into the yellow way too much. Well, this entire thing is yellow, and then just kind of paint it over it. And it doesn't look super clean, but it's a small detail, so I don't want to rag on it too much. Articulation time, fairly standard as usual. The head moves back and forth, does tilt side to side, and does go all the way around as a swivel. Then for the shoulders, let me get to this shoulder. While the shock is somewhat soft plastic, but I think it's connected on the shoulder over there, so if you pull on it too much, it might disconnect. It does move out of the way for a shoulder articulation, but I prefer using this one because we can get it up this much, and also you can rotate the shoulder in its socket, and then you also have the bicep swivel, the simple hinge, actually not a ball hinge, in the elbow, which can also be swiveled all the way. I think all the way. Yeah, there we go. A little bit in an angle because of the elbow pad, and then the hands on the figure, which do have the side-to-side tilting. We do have some hands with the up and down, and I feel like this one is stuck, so let me try this one. Goes up and down, barely, but there we go, we got a little bit out of that. Nothing in the chest area, it's completely clean left here, and it's kind of common with Super7, so I also don't want to rag on that too much, so we can rotate the hips, the waist. As for the legs, they do move up, moves out to the side, doesn't really move to the back because it's blocked by the shell, and you can also rotate it on the ball, have a simple ball hinge, just trying to say ball hinge again, but it's just a hinge on the knee, and can also rotate that all the way around. And for the foot, goes up and down, and does have a beautiful pivot, and all the joints are nice and sturdy. For your accessories, let me get the big one out of the way. You got the Cowabunga surfboard, which is an orange and has a sticker on it with all kinds of really screaming 90s and 80s design on there, and it even has like this bracelet which you can connect to his wrist, so you can hold on to it. We did not have the bracelet on the original. Here's just the original. It's kind of different in the colors, but it might just be because it's old. But for the other part, it looks exactly the same, and we also obviously have the pegs on there, so you can put your turtle on there. And then we have this more classic looking face sculpt, just with the smile on. It looks more like the old school. And then we have these glasses, which I hate, because they have nothing to connect. So it's one of these facts, one of these things where it just kind of sits on there, and as soon as you breathe on it, it goes off. And I hate that. I don't care for that, so I'm just going to put it to the side. Then we have these kind of throwing stars, I guess, throwing shell stars. We have two of those, and I gotta be honest, I have no idea what this is. I have no idea what this is. You have these colored turtle shell emblems, which is like a puck. It's probably for some kind of sport, some kind of game, but let me know down in the comments what you think these things are for, because I have no idea. And then we have another crab, realistic looking crab, which is weird, but still. Actually too realistic. Look at all the detail in there. Blech. Just in the rat, doesn't have any detail in the paint department. And then you have two fists, two open hands for the weapons, where the hinges go up and down, because the figure has the one where they go side to side. And then we have these kind of open, somewhat pointy fingers, somewhat holding hands. And I don't even remember if this was on the original, because I don't have all the accessories at hand right now. But we have these nunchucks which have like all kinds of seaweed and a starfish on it, and some more seashells. And those look awesome, but they're completely rubbery. I say but because it's kind of weird. I think you would have made the handles hard plastic and just the chain in there rubbery. Of course, if it would have been real chain, it would have been even better, but again, that's just a little bit much, I guess, to ask, but then again, whatever. And of course we have the classic collection of all these things combined in the weapons rack, the weapons sheet, whatever you want to call it. Exact same accessories. It doesn't have the surfboard. I guess there was too much plastic to recreate that again, but you also do have what seems to be the bracelet that's combined with the surfboard in the new version. But anyway, there you have that, and that's your accessories. Final thoughts, and I have once again trouble coming up with anything that bothers me about this figure, except for the glasses. The sunglasses I feel like is worthless. Also, they're like completely rubbery soft plastic. If it would have been hard plastic, or had something to connect it, or they made just a complete head where the sunglasses connected, it would have been fine, but it isn't. So, but that's it. That's like a minor detail. I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna use the sunglasses then. Tough shit. I still love this figure. I still think it looks amazing. You have a bunch of cool accessories, and once again, I don't even remember if we had these nunchucks on the original, the crap, and yeah, I mean, even like the colorful mini things, which I still don't know what it is, but still. The articulation is fairly standard for Super 7. There's nothing too major about it. And the paint is clean. Once again, there's like small issues, I guess, which I haven't really focused on that much, but you do have a little bleeding in the yellow. But that's about it. You have like bleeding, and you have like the occasional spot where they kind of missed the mark, like have a little bit of white over there. But still, look at the rest of it. Look at the seashells, the nicely painted turtle brands. Even like the seaweed that goes on throughout the figure. There's very, very small and limited slips on here. So not enough for me to really complain about it. Well, the octopus on the feet, but still. Yeah, I feel like this wave doesn't have any stinkers in it, because like that's usually how it goes. But this one, no, it's great. I recommend this figure. Extremely accurate to the original, and nice and colorful, and nostalgia all over again. Brought back to life, upgraded, updated, and made it better. So yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for my figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Michelangelo wants.